Welcome to Age of Steel and Fire, where modern warfare meets raw power. Tanks, tactics, and thunder. Fast, fierce, and forged in the Cold War. This is the M41 Walker Bulldog. A light tank that didn't just move, it sprinted into battle. Built for speed, designed for precision, and trusted by generations of soldiers, the Bulldog was more than just a machine. It was a statement of American engineering and battlefield dominance. In an era where armored warfare was evolving rapidly, the M41 emerged as a symbol of agility and firepower. From the jungles of Southeast Asia to the training grounds of NATO allies, this tank carved its legacy not through brute strength, but through relentless mobility and tactical finesse. But what made this war machine so iconic? Why did it earn the respect of crews and commanders alike? And how did it shape the course of armored combat in the 20th century? Let's dive in and uncover the story behind the Bulldog's bite. After the dust settled from World War II, the battlefield was changing, and so were the demands of modern warfare. The U.S. Army needed a new light tank, one that could outrun, outgun, and outlast its predecessor, the aging M24 Chaffee. The answer came from Cadillac. Sleek, fast, and deadly, the M41 was born from a vision of speed and firepower. It wasn't just a replacement, it was a revolution in light armor design. In 1951, the M41 officially rolled off the production line, ready to take on the challenges of a new era. And it carried a name that echoed through the ranks, Walker Bulldog. A tribute to General Walton Walker, a respected commander who led U.S. forces in Korea with courage and conviction, until his life was cut short in a tragic Jeep accident. His legacy lived on, not in statues or speeches, but in steel, tracks, and the roar of a tank that bore his name. Let's talk numbers. The M41 Walker Bulldog weighed in at around 23 tons. Light by tank standards, but heavy enough to pack a punch. Its main weapon? A 76mm M32 cannon, capable of delivering precise firepower with impressive velocity. Under the hood, it housed a Continental AOS 895-3 engine, pushing out 500 horsepower. That gave the Bulldog a top speed of 72 kilometers per hour. For a tank, that's not just fast, it's lightning fast. It could chase, flank, and reposition faster than most armored vehicles of its time. With a crew of 4, commander, gunner, loader, and driver, the M41 was designed for teamwork and efficiency. But it wasn't built to take hits. Its armor was thin, prioritizing speed and maneuverability over brute protection. This tank didn't stand its ground, it danced around danger. And here's the kicker. Over 5,000 units of the M41 were produced between 1951 and 1969. That's not just mass production, it's a global rollout. From American bases to allied nations across the world, the Walker Bulldog became a familiar silhouette on training grounds and battlefields alike. The Bulldog wasn't just a tank, it was a battlefield tactician. A scout, a flanker, a hit-and-run specialist. It didn't charge headfirst into enemy lines. It danced around them, striking with speed and vanishing before retaliation. Its agility made it the perfect choice for reconnaissance missions. It could slip through tight terrain, relay enemy positions, and support infantry with precision fire. In fast-moving operations, the M41 was often the first to arrive, and the last to be caught. But let's be clear, it wasn't invincible. Against medium or heavy tanks, its thin armor was a liability. A direct hit could be devastating. That's why Bulldog crews relied on movement, cover, and surprise, not brute force. Still, ask any veteran who served with the M41, and you'll hear the same praise. It was easy to drive, easy to fix, and always ready to roll. Mechanics loved its simplicity. Commanders trusted its reliability. And soldiers respected its spirit. The Bulldog may have been light, but in the hands of a skilled crew, it was a heavyweight in strategy. The M41 Walker Bulldog wasn't just an American tank. It was a global ambassador of light armor warfare. From the rainforests of Brazil to the mountains of Taiwan, the Bulldog left its tracks across more than a dozen nations. Countries like Thailand, Chile, the Philippines, and even Denmark adopted the M41 into their armored forces. Why? Because it was fast, simple, and reliable. In a world of complex machines and costly maintenance, the Bulldog offered something rare: efficiency without compromise. Compared to the Soviet T-54, which boasted thick armor and a powerful 100mm gun, the M41 was lighter and more agile. And unlike the French AMX-13 with its oscillating turret and auto-loader, the Bulldog kept things straightforward, making it easier to train crews and maintain in the field. It wasn't the most heavily armed tank on the battlefield, but it didn't need to be. Its strength lay in its versatility. Whether used for patrol, training, or rapid response, the M41 delivered consistent performance across continents and climates. In many ways, the Bulldog became a symbol of Cold War cooperation, an American design trusted by allies, respected by crews, and remembered by history. In Vietnam, the M41 Walker Bulldog found its second life. Far from the training grounds of the U.S., it was reborn in the humid jungles and chaotic streets of Southeast Asia. The Army of the Republic of Vietnam received the M41 as part of American military aid. And it wasn't just a handful. By the early 1960s, South Vietnam had received over 200 M41 tanks, transforming its armored capabilities. In the dense terrain of Vietnam, where speed and maneuverability were critical, the Bulldog thrived. It could weave through narrow paths, reposition quickly, and deliver devastating firepower against infantry and light vehicles. Urban combat? The M41's compact size and rapid turret traverse made it a formidable force in city streets. For ARVN crews, the Bulldog was more than a machine, it was a lifeline. Easy to maintain, quick to respond, and reliable under pressure, it became a symbol of resilience in a war defined by unpredictability. Though it couldn't match the armor of Soviet-built T-54s used by the North, the M41 held its own through tactics, terrain advantage, and sheer determination. Though its battlefield days are long gone, the M41 Walker Bulldog still rolls on. In video games, museum halls, and military parades. It's a favorite among gamers, a relic for historians, and a symbol of Cold War ingenuity. Fast, functional, and unforgettable, the Bulldog's legacy is built to last. The M41 Walker Bulldog wasn't the biggest or the strongest, but it was bold, fast, and iconic. If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit that like button, subscribe, and let me know which tank you want to see next. Until then, keep rolling forward.